And with this,
the leveling goes high.
Take it left and get the right back. Take it left and get the right back.
As particular.
And when you've got a guy like Diego Lopes who's going to bring it, you know he's going to bring it. He's a gamer. He's going to want to get in the face and make it a fight. So we're going to have no choice but to fight. That's the fight he brings. That's why he's so exciting. And that's why you're all going to be have a great fight Sunday morning or daytime, whatever it is. So cannot wait. Again, we're going to put on a show for all of you.
We see you there wearing the Cooking with Volk apron. So, I mean, put it summary for us. What is the recipe to beating Diego this weekend?
I mean, like I said, very, very tough guy. You know he's durable. He's good at striking. He's powerful. He's good at the ground. But that's when you've got to use everything. I just think I'm too smart. And I'm just going to, again, the first fight obviously went my way. He will make adjustments. But I just don't believe that's going to be enough.
And for you, Diego, if you win this weekend, it will be 1-1. As champion, would you go to the UFC and say, hey, I want the trilogy and a rematch with Volkanovski?
Oh, yeah, I think it is 100%, Volkanovski is a legend in the sport. So if UFC say me, you need one more fight with Volk, I take this. The people know me. I mean, accept the whole fight in my career. It's like I never say no.
There's been a lot of talk about retirement. Can you assure all of us fans this will not be your last fight and you still got a lot left in the tank?
That's it, mate. That's it. Like, I know a lot of people saying that. Don't know where that come from. Obviously, I've got a tough challenge ahead of me, but I'm going to get my hand raised and then maybe a quick turnaround. Hopefully minimal damage so we can get right back.
Rivalry has resurfaced, and this time, it feels even more intense. While some UFC analysts remain divided, momentum is once again being checked as expectations rise and Alexander Volkanovski edges closer to a potential rematch. Sharp words were exchanged, reigniting the tension between both fighters and making it clear that this matchup is fueled by unfinished business with Lopes. This isn't just another runback. It's a clash driven by pride, legacy, and how far each fighter has evolved since the first encounter.
A rematch. With scathing comments, both fighters renewed the rivalry, demonstrating that this collision is motivated by...
Despite offering respectful praise toward Volkanovski, the champion made it clear that running things back doesn't carry the same weight for his career. Having already secured a victory over Diego Lopes, he sees little value in revisiting a chapter he believes is finished. Instead, he's focused on defining his legacy through new challenges, such as handing undefeated contenders their first loss and carving out fresh milestones rather than retracing old steps.
The adjustment to be able to keep up with Volk. Volk is going to move. Volk is going to score. And can Diego Lopes stop him from doing that?
I think Diego, he's really focused on trying to just, correct any mistakes that he made on the first time. But yeah, I think Alex is going to come in strong too. I don't know how what's their strategy is going to be because the fight was kind of like so close the first time, you know what I mean? So.
Might have wanted me to see against maybe a Movza undefeated guy, and that maybe for legacy reasons and people that are in the know. But then you've got everyone that.
He explained that fans simply want to see him compete because they know it delivers excitement. The first matchup was electric, and now, with the possibility of doing it again in Sydney, he believes the audience would fully embrace it, even if the stakes aren't the same as before.
You talked about last year you didn't get to be as active. There was a little bit more recovery time needed. How are you looking at mitigating the damage of this fight?
Just capitalize on the opportunities that come my way. You know what I mean? Again, he's going to be aggressive. Even though I felt like I had some great options, there was times where I did some things that weren't too good. Where he would catch me, there's things I just could have done better. And some of those things are just very little things. You know what I mean? So very little things that I need to fix, and we fix them. So that's again, I want to make him pay for the things, and then obviously do the damage. Bulldoze, is that the word I was looking? Bulldoze through with some big punches or whatever it is, and yes, that still stay safe. When I say that, doesn't mean I'm going to be reckless. It just means I'm going to capitalize on opportunities and really capitalize. If I feel like there's a finish there, I'm going to really turn in for the finish.
Pressured, he feels that there is no mystery left, only opportunity, since he has already gone all the way on the biggest stage. Lopes views this.
After a slower year focused on recovery, Volkanovski says his approach is now about precision over risk. He believes tightening small mistakes will let him punish aggression, capitalize on finishes when they appear, and stay defensively sound without getting reckless.
First time, rather than as a burden, because 5-round intensity is now familiar to him.
Diego, as a man who has fought and came up short for the title before, getting this rematch round and a second opportunity, does it put more pressure on you, or is it more exciting because you get another shot at this?
No, it's like no pressure. I think now it's like I'm more calm, more confident in myself too. After I'm sharing Octagon with Volk like for 25 minutes, not as new for me, you know. So yeah, I mean, I'm so.
For Diego, this second title opportunity feels nothing like the first. He's approaching it with calm confidence rather than pressure, believing there's no unknown left, only opportunity. Having already experienced the sport's biggest stage, he sees the rematch as a chance to show how much more composed and assured he's become, especially now that 5-round intensity is familiar territory.
And he says those flaws have been cleaned up in camp, and he's preparing to show a more disciplined and complete version of himself in the rematch.
I'm confident in myself.
When you look at the first fight that you and Alex had, is there one thing that cost you that fight that he did better, or are there a few things that you think, okay, this one needs to be changed, this one needs to be changed? When you look at that fight, how do you break it down?
Oh yeah, it's like I know I make a lot of mistakes in the fish fight with Volk. I'm trying only finish here one big hit, you know, one big punch. Like more is like after the second round when I'm dropping him, I feel like okay, I have the power for finishing him. You know, it's like only looking for this. So I forget many things in my game plan. I think I fixed this in the training camp. I fixed many things. So now it's like it's
Reflecting on their first fight, Diego openly acknowledges the errors he made when an opportunity to finish presented itself. He admits he became too fixated on landing a single decisive strike, which pulled him away from his overall game plan. According to him, those issues have been addressed in training, and he's ready to present a more disciplined and well-rounded performance in the rematch.
Really deserved to win that fight. Since then, and you're right, there's big...
Now there, yet after that Diego
outlawed Jean Silva with an incredible spinning elbow, put him to sleep, right? Slowed down the hype train of Jean Silva, and now he gets another crack. Because as we mentioned and as we touched on, we don't know how long Volk is going to be around this sport. And listen, Diego Lopes has a chance now to go back in there and right the wrongs. He's got to be more active. He's got to go first. He's got to lead the dance. But one thing we know about Volkanovski is that the man has a ridiculously high fight IQ. He takes this sport so seriously. He's got one of the best teams around him in terms of technical input. So it's on both sides. He's had 25 minutes with Diego Lopes. He'll watch that fight back.
Looking beyond the fighters themselves, many observers point to how close the first matchup was, even if it still produced a clear winner. A lot has changed since then. Diego's recent knockout run has reignited confidence in his chances, especially at a time when questions linger about Volkanovski's long-term future. Still, analysts like Michael Bisping emphasize that Diego will need to be sharper, more active, and willing to dictate the exchanges. While Volkanovski brings elite fight intelligence and detailed preparation, both men now have clear answers to their previous mistakes, which is exactly what makes this rematch so intriguing, even over 5 rounds.
Just everything about Volkanovski impresses me. I mean, number one, when you speak to the guy, he's one of the best human beings. He's so humble. He's so down to earth. He's got a great sense of humor. He's a man of the people. He's awesome at cooking. He's a great little actor. You see the skits that he does online, like the old man bit, you know, like falling asleep and everything, walking out with a walking stick and whatnot. And then combine that with his fighting ability, his fight IQ, the way he stays calm under pressure, the way that he learns from all performances, the discipline that he has throughout all of his training camps. I mean, the man, you can't get a better champion than Alexander Volkanovski. And Australia could not have a better person to represent them on the world stage than Alexander Volkanovski.
Now the question is whether he can deliver again when it matters most, because after everything that's changed, the stakes are even higher this time.
Mad. I just wanted to make sense, right? Like I've been in your shoes before, right? Like defended the belt so many times. I see the guy who's next in line. You know, Joseph Benavidez, after I knocked him out, I beat him in, in Toronto. He goes on a 5-fight win streak. He gets the next title shot. John Dodson, I beat him. He goes on a 5-fight win streak. Nowadays, it's like, you fucking lose to the champion. You go get one fight and you come back like pop. Like, you're already back in the title shot. Right? It's same thing. You know, you look at Peter Yan, he just fought Merab. He took him 3 fucking years. 3 years to get back a title shot. Right? It's like, it's almost like, you know, that's what we talk about Dana White privileges. Right? It's like how, like, if they want to just say he's way more popular than you guys, he's getting a shot. That's why he's getting a shot. Just way more popular. I don't give a fuck. This man's on a 20-fight win streak. He's way more popular. Come out and
Volkanovski draws attention not just for his skill in the cage, but for his humility, humor, and genuine connection with those around him. Michael Bisping highlighted his offering persona, whether it's his cooking skills, the funny clips he shares online, or his calm under pressure.
Lopez too. This is disgusting. Diego Lopez beat Gene Silva. Movsar Evloev is there. I know he's been inactive, and people are talking about Lerone Murphy like he didn't just beat fucking Josh Emmett and Aaron Pico. The Murphy one is like, okay, well, we haven't really seen him beat a top 5 guy yet. It's not like he's the Tony Ferguson of the division that people are making him out to be. You got to do one more, and I've been waiting for guys to do one more. But there's been no time for it because of the timing of things. But Evloev? Aljo, something fresh, something new. Aljo, former champ. I know he lost to Evloev, but Evloev's right there, the undefeated Dagestani guy for Volk to take on in his last fight. This is Volk's last fight. And you've just made him fight Lopez back-to-back. This does nothing for his legacy.
Dietrich Johnson says it plainly. He's frustrated with inconsistent title opportunities. Fighters used to earn shots through long streaks, but now popularity can fast-track chances. If that's the case, the UFC should just be honest about it.
And Diego Lopez.
I see it going the same way, to be honest. Obviously, Diego supposedly hits hard. He's got a puncher's chance. Any MMA fight, we know that it's a very dangerous fight. But I think if they fight 100 times, I think Volkanovski wins 95. That's my opinion. I believe Volkanovski comes out of it. He fights a smart fight again. And bro, if you look at Diego's last fight with Silva, he was getting rocked.
Oh yeah,
he was getting rocked, and he was getting rocked, bro. He was getting rocked, and I think Volkanovski is a very, very, very smart fighter. And if I watch that fight with Silva, I see so many openings in Diego's defense. So many openings.
Moreover, the MMA analyst also criticizes the rematch, saying it doesn't add much to Volkanovski's legacy. While he respects Diego's rise, he sees the fight as more about convenience and opportunity than truly strengthening anyone's long-term standing in the sport.
Recently, I think Lopez, let's be provocative and say I think Lopez is going to win.
Provocative?
Yeah. That's what I should have answered when you said, what is...
Yeah.
All right.
How does he win, though?
On the other hand, analyst Lone Murphy sees Volkanovski as the clear favorite, even while acknowledging Diego's talent. Murphy suggests that across 100 hypothetical matchups, Volk would likely win nearly every time. He points to Volkanovski's intelligence and composure, noting that Diego's previous fight with Silva exposed defensive gaps that a fighter of Volk's caliber would exploit. In his
title fight, UFC 325 Featherweight division, Volkanovski Diego Lopez rematch.
X Factor?
X Factor.
I guess that is a rematch. Diego clipped him one time, and we know Volk's chin is not what it used to be, right? So those 2 knockouts back-to-back, I really do think it hurt him. And I think if there's an X factor, it's probably that.
Do you favor Diego Lopez because it's a rematch?
I do, but I want Volkanovski to win.
Why?
Because he's an OG. He's an unk. Bro.
Luke Thomas explains why Volkanovski is so tough to beat. He's slippery, smart, and nearly impossible to pin down, whether standing or on the ground. Dan Hardy sees a chance for Lopez to adapt, having studied Volk's movements and learned from past mistakes. Now is Lopez's moment to make crucial changes.